Hello friends, welcome to Crackit CSE, and in this series of database, today we will be completing the division operator in relational algebra. So far we have completed some basic operators, and this division operator is a derived operator which has been derived using those basic operators. So if you have not watched any previous video, just go and watch the previous videos of basic operators so that you can get an idea that how actually we derive this particular division operator. So before starting this video, I would like to request you all, if you are new on my channel, just subscribe to my channel, and I will give you the link of the Facebook page and Facebook group so that you can join me over there for any discussion, whether it is related to GATE strategy, preparation strategy, or any individual subject. So without wasting time, let's start with the division operator. So this division operator is a derived operator. It is not a basic operator, which is denoted by this slash or basic division symbol. So this is derived to deal with every or all related queries. So in the previous video I told you that whenever we are having every keyword in this statement, then it is bit difficult to convert it into the queries. So to get the answer of such queries in which we are having every, we derived a new operator using some basic operator. So how that particular operator works, see. Here I am having two different tables with R and S. So R and S are two tables. In R I am having two attribute A and B, and in S I am having one attribute B. What if I divide this R with this B? That means in R I am having two attribute, in B I am having two attribute, and if I want to divide, how it can do? So whenever we are trying to find out such division, it will give you the attribute who is linked with every attribute value of another relation. For example, let's see, here in R I am having two attribute A and B, and in S I am having attribute B. So this particular query will give you the values of A which is paired with every value of this B. Like what? See, this A1 is related to B1, this A1 is related to B2 also, this A1 is also related to B3. Similarly, check here, this A1 is related to B1, this A2 is related to B2, but this A2 is not related to B3. So what will be the answer in this case? In this case the answer will be A1 only. It will give you output as a attribute A in a table with the attribute value as A1. So it will give you only those values of this particular A in which the B is, in which A is mapped to every value of B in another table. So this is how it works. So we can write it as it retrieves, let me write here, it retrieves A values, it retrieves A values of R, those are paired with every value of B, paired with every value of every B value, we can say every B value of relation S. So you can see that it is retrieving the A value of R, those are paired with every B value, that means B1, B2, B3. So this is how the division operator works. Let's see with this another example. Here I have to retrieve the student IDs who enrolled every course. Again I am having every, so I am dealing with the every sign in this. So I am having two particular relation, enroll and course. In enroll I am having student ID, course ID, and in course I am having the course ID, and this is the respective table for that. What if I want to perform the, what if I want to just take out the query for this particular statement? How I can write it? I can just write it like this: project SID and CID from this enroll table and divided by CID of this course table. Now how it will give you the answer? See, Now we have to check for this CID, that which particular student ID is paired with every value of CID. So S1 is paired with C1, S1 is paired with C2 also, and S1 is paired with C3 also. That means S1 is the only one which is paired with all these three. Now check for S2. S2 is paired with C1 and C2, but it is not paired with C3 sorry. So S3 is paired with C1, but S3 is not paired with C2 and C3. So what will be the answer of this query? Only S1. It will give you the answer as S1. S1 is the only one which is enrolled in any course. You can see that S1 is the only one which is enrolled in every course. So this is how this division operator works. Now let's see how actually it works. So this is our derived operator, and how internally we are using the basic operator. So let's try to expand this particular division using the basic operator to get a clear idea that how actually it works. So see, here I am dealing with the expansion of division. So you can see that the expansion of division is done in two steps. So first step is we have to find out the complement. I already told in the previous video that whenever we are having every in this statement, then what we exactly do is we subtract the complement of every from all. So similarly we will be doing that thing only. So to find out the, so what actually is the motive to find out? We have to retrieve SID who enrolled every course. This is the same example that we did right now. So now we have to expand it using the basic operator. So this particular query has two steps to solve it. First of all, we need to negate it. First step is to negate it. That means we have to find out the student ID of enroll relation which not enrolled every case. Here we are talking about enrolled, here we are talking about not enrolled. So this is the first step to solve this particular query by expansion. Let's see how. So this is the same table, I just wrote it once again. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to perform the cross product with student ID of enroll table and course ID of course table. Whenever we perform this particular stuff, it will give you the all values, all possible pair, all values, or we can say that every student which is enrolling in different courses. Then we have to subtract the actual given values, that means SID, CID, which is given in this enroll relation, right? And then finally what we will be doing, we will be projecting the student ID, because we need to find out the student ID of enroll relation. Now let's see how this particular query works. So first of all, we will be performing the cross product between the SID of enroll and course ID. What it will give us? It will give us a table with attribute as SID and CID. It will give us a table with attribute as SID and CID. So we are having three student ID, S1, S2 and S3. So these S1, S2, S3 will map with every value of this course. So what will be the table? S1, C1, S1, C2, S1, C3. Then S2, C1, S2, C2, S2, C3. Similarly for S3, C1, S3, C2, S3, C3. So this is the result of this particular query. So whenever we are getting this particular stuff, now we have to subtract this particular given table. So SID, CID with enroll is a given table. So how you can do that? So you can just simply subtract this particular table by, I am writing here S1, C1, S1, C2, S1, C3, S2, C1, S2, C2 and S3, C1. So this is the given table, and this is CID. Now what if I subtract it? So see, S1 C1 is available here, so I am subtracting it from here. S1 C2 is here, removing it. S1 C3 is here, removing it. S2 C1 is here, removing it. S2 C2 is here, removing it. S2 C3 not there. S3 C1, so check S3 C1, yes, S3 C1 is there, removing it. S3 C2, S3 C2 is not here. S3 C3, this is also not here. So now what we're doing is we have to project the student ID from this particular table. So what it will give us is, it will give us we have to project only the student ID which are left. So you can see that S2 and S3 are two students who has not enrolled all of the courses. So you can see S2 and S3 not enrolled all the 3 courses. So these are the students who have not enrolled every course. So we got first step here. Now we have to go with the second step. So what is the second step? If I want to find out the student ID enrolled every quiz, then what I can do? I already told you that first of all we have to find out the SIDs enrolled some course. So this is simply all the student IDs which are present in the table. Now we will be subtracting from this particular statement, that is student ID not enrolled every course. So this is what I told you earlier also. So whenever we are using basic operation, we have to first of all negate that particular thing. So here I am negating this every as this sum, I am negating this every as this not enrolled. Here we was talking about the enrolled, and here we are talking about the not enrolled. So this is for negation. Now we have to subtract this negation from all the student ID. So how it will work? See, SID enrolled some course. So which are the course? Which are the SIDs available? S1, S2, S3. SID not enrolled every course. So what are the SIDs not enrolled every course? S2 and S3. So we will be subtracting S2 and S3. So what it will give? It will give you the S1. Similarly, this is what we did in the example also. We were getting S1 as an output. So this one is using the derivative operator, and this is the stuff that we completed using the expansion of this division. So how we can write this in relational algebra query is, write this first. That means project student ID from enroll relation. It will give you the all student IDs. Then subtract this particular query, which is project student ID from this relation. So I'm just writing the same query. I already explained you that how this thing works. Right? Then we'll be subtracting this actual given values. So this is how it can be expanded further. Now let's see one thing, that here we got every student ID of R which is paired with every B. So this is the all possible combination. Then we subtracted the given values and we got the disqualified records. So this gives us the all possible pairs. So this gives us the all possible pairs, and this particular thing was the given pairs. and this combinedly provided us the disqualified records. So this was the disqualified record, and if we remove the disqualified records from all of the records, the remaining records will be the qualified records, which is will be the answer. So this is how it has been expanded. Now let's try to understand few more example to have a grip on this particular topic. So here I am having two example on this same division operator. So in this example I am having same enroll table and course along with some instructor name. So you can see that in first question we have to retrieve the student ID enrolled some course taught by course. So you got that keyword. Here we are having some. Some means we do not need to use the division operator, because we use the division operator in case of every, right? So how we can find out? Just simply perform the join between enrolled and course. Like what? We can perform it like this: enroll, perform join operation with course, and in course we have a condition that course has to be taught by course. That means we will be selecting only the values or records where instructor is equal to course. So you are performing enroll join with the course table whose instructor is course. Then finally we will be retrieving the student ID. So this is the basic query that I already explained you earlier also. Now go with the second one. Here you can see that I am having a keyword like every. Now I know that I have to use the division operator. How? We have to retrieve the student ID enrolled every course taught by course. So first of all we have to take SID and CID. That means we have to take the left table. So we took the left table here in the numerator. So what should be the denominator over here? In denominator we should have this CID, because we are performing the operation on the basis of CID. So in denominator we have to divide by this CID, where now see here it is a condition of instructor, it has to be course. So we will be taking only those records from this particular course table where the instructor is equals to course. Now if I do like this, it will give you the value as S1, because S1 is the only student who enrolled for all the three courses that has been taught by course. You can see that C1, C2, C3, these three courses has been taught by course. So S1 is the only output for this B query. Similarly, now go with the second example. Here I am having two tables like works and project. So PID is same. That means we need to use the natural join in this particular case. So see how: retrieve employee ID who works for some database project. So here is condition is who works for some database project. So first of all we need to perform the join with works and project, because I am having this PID as common. That means natural join will work over here. So I am performing the join operation in works and project. But see, here is one condition, that the project name has to be database, because we have to deal with the database project only. That means select only those values where the project name is equals to database. So this will give you the all attribute. Then finally we have to select the employee ID. So project the employee. So this is how the first query work. Now go with the second thing. In second, you again see there is a every keyword. Here it was sum, so we know that we do not need to use the division operator. But in the B query, I know that I need to use the division operator. So how it will work? Retrieve employee ID who work for database project. This is pretty much same as this because you have to retrieve employee ID. So in the numerator it will be project employee ID with project ID from this works relation. What will be in the denominator? This PID. So project PID from this project table. From this project table, where now we have to select the particular rows where project name is equal to database. So I am writing it, project name is equal to database. So this is how the division operator works. So I hope that you get a clear idea that how things actually works in division operator, and I already explained you the expansion. So if you have any query related to that, you can just watch it once again, and after watching once again also, if you are having any query, just write to me on my Facebook page or Facebook group so that I can explain you in a better way whatever the drawbacks or whatever the cons you are having in understanding this particular video. So thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, keep learning, keep supporting, have a great day.